Be a good business banking partner, like bankers with decades of local experience who are actually decision makers. So every business loan we make is approved right here. Experience, service, and accessibility. That's how WSFS has become the largest locally headquartered business lender in the region. We're WSFS Bank, and we stand for service. How can we help your business grow? To learn more, visit WSFSbank.com. Member FDIC.
Headlines you can't get through your day without. On Power 101.7.
All right, 6:39. Jess, what's going on?
Here we go. North Korea said that it had successfully tested new long-range cruise missiles over the weekend, and the Korean Central News Agency saying that the missiles demonstrated an ability to hit targets of 932 miles away. This would be North's first known mission testing in months. The U.S. Indo-Pacific Command said that it was monitoring the situation with the allies, and North Korea resuming missile testing is likely an effort to pressure the Biden administration amid stalled nuclear negotiations since the collapse of a summit between former President Donald Trump and the North Korean leader back in 2019, and it also continues a tradition of testing new U.S. administrations. Also, the higher education minister of Afghanistan's new Taliban government said yesterday that women will be allowed to continue to go to universities, but classrooms will be required to be gender segregated, and the women must be in Islamic dresses. The minister said that headscarves will be mandatory, but didn't say if face coverings would be required. Coastal areas of Texas.
Hold on. You mean face coverings because of the religion or face coverings because of COVID?
Not because of COVID.
Okay.
I don't believe that.
Just asking.
No.
Because, you say face covering.
We're done with that.
Okay, just asking.
No. We're done.
Okay, just asking.
No. Coastal areas of Texas, Louisiana, and Mexico are facing the threat of heavy rains and flooding from Tropical Storm Nicholas. The storm is moving up the Gulf Coast with winds of 60 miles per hour, and the National Hurricane Center forecasters are saying that it is on track to pass near the south of Texas and the coast today. The move on shore along with the coast of South and Central Texas is going to be hitting by this evening, and rain totals of up to 10 inches are expected in Texas and southwest Louisiana, with isolated maximum amounts of 20 inches across the coastal Texas by the middle of the week. And then Nicholas is projected to actually move very, very slowly. The threat comes as parts of South Louisiana are still trying to recover from Hurricane Ida. Also, 4 people were injured yesterday. Sad situation in an explosion at an Atlanta area apartment complex that destroyed several floors of a building. The cause is still under investigation, but the agency there is reporting that they had a strong smell of gas about an hour before the explosion. The fire department did say last night that it did complete the search and evacuation of the building, and no one was trapped.
Wow,
So,
Atlanta area apartment complex.
Yeah. Also here, actually, wait a minute. The FBI. One more story quickly that I want to fill you in on. The FBI released a newly declassified document related to 9/11 and the 20th anniversary of the terrorist attacks. The document is about support given to 2 of the Saudi Arabian hijackers ahead of the attack, detailing contacts that they had with the Saudi associates in the U.S., but it doesn't provide proof that senior Saudi officials were complicit in the plot. The document is the first to be released since President Biden did order this declassification review of materials related to the attacks and release what documents they can over the next 6 months. Now, victims' families, they've been waiting for this to have access to the records as they pursue a lawsuit alleging that the Saudi government officials supported the hijackers. So
Wow.
that's very, very important for those families.
Absolutely.
And then here locally, first responders and officials from the Ocean City Fire Department, they did gather on North Division Street on Saturday morning to commemorate the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 attacks on the World Trade Center and the Pentagon. Speakers at the event said that the attacks hit especially hard for the fire department and first responder communities, and a former New York City fire lieutenant was there, and he was the event keynote speaker. His name is Joe DiMartino. In Millsboro, this is a crazy story, okay? Georgetown police officers had to arrest a Millsboro man on Friday following this indecent exposure incident.
Say what?
It was trending online, and I couldn't even believe it. According to police, the incident happened just before 6:30 p.m. at Bodie's. While inside the business, 40-year-old Jason Eastburn reportedly approached inappropriately to a female and her juvenile daughter. All right, the adult pushed him away and he left the store. Well, a short time later, he apparently came back into the store, approached the adult female with her daughter, and his genitals were exposed. He began making inappropriate sexual advances. Further investigation, did identify him as the suspect in the incident, and he was taken into custody on Friday. He has been charged with second and third degree unlawful sexual contact, 2 counts of indecent exposure, 2 counts of lewdness, 2 counts of sexual harassment, and 2 counts of disorderly conduct. He was released, but that reminded me of that incident that happened at Walmart when that man was like going up and down.
What was he doing?
On the side of my leg.
On the what?
You remember that?
On the side of your leg.
Yes.
But yeah, that was clothed.
He did have his clothes on, but it was something.
He was humping your leg?
It was something.
Right?
He was humping my leg.
Inappropriate, not funny.
So it's not, but it's like, it's so inappropriate. It's scary.
Yeah.
He violates your space. And then I saw this, it started trending, and I'm like,
well, this takes it to another level with the juvenile.
what is going on? Oh, yeah, that completely takes it to a
but
completely different level. But then he went in, he's doing all this appropriate stuff. He leaves, but then he comes back exposed.
How about the guy you saw in the car?
No.
In the parking lot?
That
He
was very inappropriate.
But that was you spying. He wasn't doing it in front of you on purpose.
He didn't have tinted windows.
If you don't know,
parking lot.
All right, so Jess went down to Walmart. And there was a guy in his car doing something.
To himself.
Hidden though, right?
No, his pants were down. I could see what he was doing. He had on a yellow shirt.
You saw what he was doing,
like
but
laid back in the seat.
Yeah, but I can't. No, but it was like in the middle of the parking lot.
It was in the middle of close to like the store.
Why are you looking at people's windows?
Because.
How you know?
When I go next to my car,
you don't know what he's doing.
I check my surroundings.
You don't know what he's doing.
Yes, I know exactly what he was doing.
You didn't know.
Bill?
Was it?
Bill?
Hold on. Pulled up or pulled down?
He had black hair. He had like a little scruffy face with hair. He had on a yellow shirt. His pants were down.
Down?
Yes, like at least down to his knees.
Down to his cankles?
And then he had on a yellow shirt and he was like trying to cover. But the motion and what he was doing in his hands.
What's that song? This my yellow shirt.
Oh my God.
What? You don't know what he was doing.
Gosh. Bill.
What? You don't know.
Bill.
Anything else? Good.
I don't know if I can get through anything.
6:48. It's a Bill and Jessica show. Big NFL Sunday yesterday.
Yes.
We'll get into it next. All right. Right after Young Thug and Gunna. Good morning. Woo.